What's your
so
favorite
beautiful.
prayer?
What's my favorite prayer? Gee, it depends on the day. I love the chanting and the singing. That's my favorite. And I think it's important. It's hard to focus on prayer, on a whole prayer. So for me, I like to choose one line in the prayer that is meaningful. So what my favorites in
Each day, it might be a different one.
yeah, but for me they stay the same. So for me in Az Yashir, there's a line that says, "Ve Eliva and Vehi." Yeah, but those three words I learned. The translation is, "This is my God, and I will adore him, or glorify him." But the words that say, "I will adore him," but Anvehu is spelled Anivahu, the same letters, me and him. This is my God, Anvehu, me and him. I will adore him and I will unify. And so I love that. That's such a moment of intimacy. So in each prayer, there's, a line, the Potayah
We have
prayer.
such different experiences of prayer, Like when I think about Ashrei, there's the line,
Yeah.
You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. And then the next line is, Sadik Hashem b'chol d'rochav, like God is righteous in all his ways. So sometimes I'm thinking, God, open your hands and let me receive. Although, when I go to Rabbi Shimon's cave in Meron, I see people standing like this, and they're just open and receiving. Asking God to open his hand is very different from my opening my hand to receive it. And then the next line, you're righteous in everything you do. So then when I don't get what I want, then I think, you're right. I'm having this war with him, in a sense, which is also a war with myself. And really what your Siddur gives is another way of being in that prayer place where there's love and containment, like what you say, entering and receiving.
And one of the beautiful things in my book that I love, is that exactly what you're saying. That's why I'm carrying on with it. Is that I think in today's it's very hard for us to. All the blessings are, "Blessed are you, our King, our God, our King," because we don't have an experience of royalty and kingship. And if we do conceptually, it's always about with all the fascists in our lifetime, and certainly in my lifetime, whether it's Uganda or Syria or Germany.
The previous Lubavitcher Rebbe said that when the Tsar of Russia died, the world lost its analogy for royalty.
Yeah.
Meaning that even though this wasn't true royalty, that line was an analogy that served as a way of making a connection with true royalty, a divine royalty. But I think you're right.
So we don't have that. We know that it says that there is no king without a people, But we don't have that experience of a loving king who is there to care for the people. We don't have that.
Right.
We can't find that anywhere. So I think for a lot of people, this prayer, this making these blessings of "Blessed are you, our God, King of the universe," it's not one that draws us in easily and makes us have an emotional, heartfelt connection. And what I learned from Rav Daniel is the word Melech, king, has the same letters as Malech, which is a God. And that changes everything. When you pray to Hashem as my God, because that's what Hashem is. Hashem is my God. That changes every prayer we make. It's not outside of myself who's standing there judging me all the time. We have this Christian concept of Hashem's judging me and wanting to punish and always testing, am I going to show up or am I going to... And we have a sense that Hashem has joy when I don't show up. Where does that come from? It's not a Jewish concept.
That's so interesting that it's guide. I have been taught as well that melech means relationship, you know, melech haolam, and there's that intimacy, I guess, with the guide and relationship that we don't necessarily have with the king.
It's much more personal and caring. Caring.
Although I will tell you, you know, as your friend who's rooted in the sides of severity, I think it's very useful to think of a transcendent being who has authority and governs everything. And at the same time, that very same being is intimately involved in life. I mean, it's like a parent in some way. You know, the word for parent is hore is a parent, and it's from the word har, mountain. That there's this loftiness where, you know, the father is compared to the craggy peaks, and the mother to the escarpment.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and also hirayon, pregnancy. So there's that intimacy of growing and building the baby, but also being able to be lofty and removed from the consciousness of the child. And I think that that's important as well.
Definitely. So for me, where I see Hashem as a God, it is this transcendent, all-encompassing, all-powerful, loving God who really wants the best for myself. Hashem is wanting me to express my uniqueness and my authenticity and my integrity in everything that I say and do. You know, that's what Hashem is, you know, and we're in this together, you know, and the more I can connect and be him and I mean, Hashem is also our mother. The Siddur is very much that Hashem is not only in the masculine. Hashem is also the Shekhinah, which is with us at all times, right? You know, and so
the more you can connect and have that bond,
the more I am free to be myself,
your true self.
You know? Yeah. So I would just like to read one of the other things that I love, if you don't mind.
Sure, of course. I also want you to tell people how you would recommend they use the Siddur. You know, because sometimes with the book, you have to read it from beginning to end. Can you pick it up anywhere?
This is not a book to read beginning to end.
Right.
It's so deep and rich that you
could pick it up anywhere.
Yeah.
You can pick this
Open
book
up any page.
And you don't even have to read. You could just look.
Yeah, you don't even have to pray. You can just sit and read some of the quotes and you will be in prayer. It's written like that. There are such beautiful sayings. Every 2-3 pages there's an image and a quotation. So I'll find one of the nicest quotations from Reb Nachman. He says here, oh, this is a beautiful one. Okay, I'll come back to that.
Hold it.
Here's one about movement. This is the movement chapter. It says, which is from Rabbi Elazar Askeri, when you pray with your whole self, all your limbs shall pray, and all your powers and faculties of sight and hearing shall be engaged. Every part of yourself should be engaged in your prayers. It's really about a full-bodied experience. That's what it is.
What did you do here with the letters of the alphabet? The mystery of the Hebrew alphabet. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, that's how to show the letters what they are for people who don't know Hebrew. Yeah.
It's just like every single...
but I want to find this about the flowers. Oh, this one. I love this one. Oh. This is by Reb Simcha Bunim. Prayer is a service of the heart, not a labor of the mind. It is an opportunity offered rather than a burden or yoke. Just beautiful.
And that's the water.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah, this one says, I use the brush of my body to paint the art of my soul. Yeah. This is the image of that, and it says, Reb Nachman teaches that every page of prayer is like a field of wild flowers. Each word is like a blossom saying, Don't rush. Admire my beauty and feel my grace. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Okay, so I want to ask you, can you do another chant or song for us? It'll be so wonderful as we prepare to go into Mincha and just give people a sense of what the experience of the Siddur is.
Okay. Well, I will sing the same one. No?
Yeah, let's do that again. So, can you tell why I consider it one of the great blessings of my life to be Sarah's friend?
And me too. It's very much.
So there you have it, folks. Beloved of the soul. One of my, I can't recommend it highly enough. I hope you enjoyed spending time with us. And the book is going to be available on my website and Amazon as well. I'll put some links below here. It's, you know, like I guess people say, oh, it will change your life. Look, Sarah's teachings opened my heart to prayer in a whole different way. And then when you know how to pray, then your life shifts. So it is a transformational book. It's
transformational. Recalibrates us. That is ultimately what happens.
And I said to Sarah today, I think that part of your soul's mission in this world is to teach people to pray. So I hope you enjoyed spending time with us in this beautiful garden. Look, here's a strelitzia behind me. What do they call them in America? Birds of paradise, I think, but it's a strelitzia. There you go. And beloved of the soul, we love spending time with you. Thank you so much, and let us know what you think in the comments below.
Thank you.